They're well known for being comedically evil. You might have heard of their extensive use of child labor.
Have a break, not if you're trying. That's fuck. Who put that shit? Take that shit down, bro. God, that's fucked up, bro.
The sponsor guy was philosophy major Alex Carr.
I spend a lot of time talking to Nazis, like real Nazis.
Wait, how much is Palantir worth? Ooh.
Family's so fucking stupid.
Whoa. I don't want to do a drink, kid, but I'm gonna have to do it now. Get out of the bell. God.
Another 737 MAX crashed in the exact same way. The planes were then banned from flying, and Boeing had 346 deaths on their hands.
That's crazy, bro. That's the issue, bro. Like, yeah, you save money by like not training them, but like, bro, you could lose. What was I saying? Chat, what's the most evil company now? I skipped a little bit, but let's start from the very beginning of this video.
The world's most evil companies are hiding in plain sight. Some build their empires with child slaves. Others are watching you as we speak.
Also, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Jack Pocket. He's like unironically like a fucking goat, bro. Like what, bro? Watch any of the videos and he's so good.
And one is literally in your blood. But don't worry, because in this video, you'll see what the worst of these organizations have been doing behind the scenes. All to find out what is the most evil company.
I'm gonna say like low currently, Nestle's like really fucked up, bro. I remember like hearing about like how they did something to water in Africa. They did something to like a stream of water in Africa that fucked over a village and they ruined them. Just so they would get like a bowl of water to be a tiny bit cheaper, rather than like making the water in America or somewhere else. Like, bro, like, they're fucked up. That's some fucked up shit.
Starting with the largest athletic brand in the world, Nike. In the 1970s, started making use of factories in Asia, where workers were paid 14 cents an hour, exposed to incredibly
No! 14 cents? What, bro? That's ass! Bro, that was gonna be like $2. That's even more than that, bro. Bro, that's less than fucking like anything, bro. That's ass.
fumes and physically and verbally abused. Nike initially brushed off these issues until a 4K image of a 12-year-old Pakistani boy sewing Nike soccer balls sparked public outrage. Facing a tanking reputation, Nike apologized and announced they would be fixing their labor practices.
Nah, they didn't do that shit.
But to this day, they still just haven't stopped.
Yeah, bro, I didn't do shit. Bro, like, it's crazy. Like, I'm not defending the companies at all, but like in the eyes of them, why the fuck would you sink millions into like making your shit? Get you my reflection? Why would you sink millions into like making shit in America when you could like literally like make like really expensive shit, mark it up, and it just costs like pennies by making it somewhere else? Like it makes from their point of view, from like their morally bankrupt point of view, it makes perfect sense, bro.
But is a little slave labor really that bad compared to companies who have killed millions, caused drug crises, and even tried to destroy the planet? So to find the most evil company ever, let's get even worse. With a brand you've probably
Who's this? Is that Chick-fil-A?
drank before. In 1886, an American Civil War veteran was looking to find a substitute for his morphine addiction. So he mixed together cocaine, caffeine, and sugar syrup into a drink he called Coca-Cola. It was marketed as a cure for headaches and fatigue. It definitely cured fatigue, but sadly in 1904, facing public and regulatory pressure, Coke had to stop using
Ironically, Coke is like really fucking. I'm not gonna feel like what he's gonna say next, but like Coke is really fucking good, bro. It's insanely good.
Coke in their formula, and human productivity has never recovered.
Like Coke is the one. Coke is the one thing where fucking like I can drink it over and over. I never get tired of it. I get tired of Fanta, Dr. Pepper, all that shit, but I never get sick of Coke.
But as health sciences improved in the 1960s, Coke had a bigger problem. How do you get a health-conscious world to buy canned diabetes? Well, if you're Coke, the answer is spend millions of dollars funding corrupt health organizations to push the narrative that obesity is just caused by a lack of exercise. Lobby against dietary guidelines and sugar taxes, then sponsor the Olympics and professional athletes to subconsciously make your products appear more healthy. Tell the world you don't advertise to children, then popularize Santa Claus with your marketing and put vending machines in elementary schools.
Okay, no, to be fair, bro, they made Santa really fucking good, bro. They fucked up the world, whatever. They fucked up like people's health, but bro, like they made Santa. They didn't make Santa, but like they made the Santa. You know what I mean?
Your profits outsourced to bottling plants that is
Bro, like that's like by far the biggest cultural victory ever. Making Santa Claus.
assassinate union members and drain entire towns' water supplies. Coca-Cola's devious tactics have made them the largest beverage brand on the planet, giving out 2 billion servings a day, and human arteries have never recovered.
Pre-loved.
Oh my god, not eBay.
Real deal.
But I think eBay's like the most evil company ever. Nah, I fuck with eBay. I remember actually Ariel's the most evil company ever. Nah, I don't mind them. Never used them. Who's that?
Company kills you a lot faster
PayPal. Is that PayPal?
sugar. Boeing. When developing
Boeing. Oh, because they make like war jets.
737 MAX realized the plane would tilt upward during takeoff, so they used a software called MCAS to automatically push the tilting plane back down. But adding the system would require extra pilot training, which would be expensive and time-consuming. So to avoid all that, Boeing didn't tell anyone about it, including the pilots.
It's still a mystery tonight what caused this brand new plane to crash into the ocean. The pilot
Oh, that's fucked. What, bro?
Lion Air Flight 610 fought a tug-of-war battle with the plane's computer, finally losing the battle as the plane slammed into the ocean at 450 miles per hour.
Dude, that would terrify me, bro. But imagine being a pilot and your plane, like against all odds, fucking pushes out into the water. Oh my god, I'd be terrified.
After the crash of Lion Air Flight 610, the regulators conducted a risk assessment that estimated there would be 15 more 737 MAX crashes if MCAS wasn't fixed. They didn't release this report. Instead, they sent out a brief memo to pilots with no mention of MCAS and kept the planes in the air. 5 months later, another 737 MAX crashed in the exact same way. The planes were then banned from flying, and Boeing had 346 deaths on their hands.
That's crazy. Bro, that's the issue, bro. Like, yeah, you save money by like not training them, but like, bro, you could lose. What was I saying? I don't fucking know.
Their market value dropped by 25%. They were fined $2.5 billion for damages and fraud. Their CEO got fired, of course with a little parting gift, and Boeing promised a new commitment to safety. By 2020, the 737 MAX was back in the skies, and 4 years later, a door blew off. Luckily, no one was sitting by the door, so there were no fatalities, with the exception of Boeing's reputation. Their promise of a new commitment to safety fell apart when investigations found the door had been installed with no bolts. Boeing's horrendous quality control, like using Dawn dish soap as lubricant, hotel keycards to check seal.
Does Wizard, Chad, wait, does Boeing make like every single fucking plane? Like ever? No way. I normally fly Wizard and like I feel pretty safe in those.
And
those
scrapped
cheap
parts
jets.
as replacements on real aircraft.
Just fun. I fly Wizard, but like every time I fucking like land, whenever, like wherever, the fucking like plane, I fucking like shakes like a motherfucker, bro. It's scary.
Began getting exposed by whistleblower after whistleblower, a suspicious amount of whom are now dead. Huh. The whole reason Boeing cut corners was to try and make more money to beat their main competitor. They ended up killing hundreds of people, losing billions of dollars, and getting beaten by that competitor. So Boeing screwed themselves in every possible way, except for their doors. But let's get even more evil with a company that just might play
Who's that? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna guess. OnlyFans? I see a bit of white, I see a bit of blue. Could be
a role
OnlyFans.
in your entire life. You're born, and your
Oh, it's Nestle, bro. It's
first meal
Nestle.
is a bottle of baby formula. As a kid, your favorite treats become Kit Kat
Bro, that's what. Bro, that babe formula shit was fucked
and
up.
Crunch Bars. At home, you eat Hot Pockets and drink Poland Spring, or Pure Life, or Pellegrino, depending on your parents' socioeconomic status. As you get older and find your first job, you survive off instant coffee and lean cuisine. Then on your deathbed, you get your choice of feeding tube mixes. Nutrin, Complete, Peptamen, then you die. And Nestle loses a lifetime customer. Nestle is the world's biggest alleged food company, and they're well known for being comedically evil. You might have heard of their extensive use of child labor. In 2001, the US tried to fight back
Wait,
against
what
this.
was that say?
You might have heard of their
Have a break? Not if you're trying. That's fuck. Who put that shit? Take that shit down, bro. God, that's fucked up, bro.
extensive use of child labor. In 2001, the US tried to fight back against this by making a law that required slave labor labeling on chocolate wrappers. But Nestle and their cronies lobbied it out of existence. They instead pinky promised to phase out child labor by 2005. After missing that deadline, they delayed it to 2008, then 2010, then 2020. They'll get to it one day. You might have
Oh, that wasn't even a point, bro. Bro, that was so insane. I say, bro, okay. Share, click off the video, unsubscribe me, bring my mom's back if it's something crazy. I think the best way to like, run like a country is like having like an AI, not an AI president, but like have like a major politician be an AI. Cause bro, otherwise, if you have like an individual person like in the Congress, wherever, they could be corrupt, they could be paid out, and that leads to a bunch of issues. But I think most of lobbying throughout history, like anywhere, it's so influenced by like bribes or whatever. And like if not bribes, like if not Congress, like individual parties get like so influenced by advertisement. Like if an ad doesn't like what you're like pushing for as a party, you have to bend down to them because they're paying for your like political campaign.
Of Nestle draining water from water-struggling communities using cheaper expired permits, then selling it back to them in overpriced plastic. But Nestle's most evil tactic began in the 1970s. In order to expand the market for their baby formula, they sent saleswomen dressed as nurses to developing countries to promote the product as a superior alternative to old-fashioned breast milk. Not only was this not true, but formula has to be mixed with water, and Nestle was promoting in places where water was contaminated. Nestle targeted these families with free samples that lasted just long enough for the mother to lose her ability to produce breast milk, leaving her no
That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked
choice
up.
but to continue buying the formula. What resulted was a massive amount of breastfed babies switching to formula and getting sick. It's estimated that Nestle's campaign caused over 10 million deaths, but
No, that's actually sad, bro. Stop.
something a lot stranger happened
Who's that? Is that
in
Firefox?
China.
Oh, it's like Expedia.
It's a dreamland.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm not. Oh, hold on. Okay. Lime. Jameson. Ooh.
In 2008, the Sanlu Group secretly added a chemical called melamine to their baby formula to
Whoa.
boost its protein count. This contaminated formula caused health problems for over 300,000 children in China, and 6 of them died. But unlike Nestle, the Sanlu executives faced criminal punishment. Some
Alright,
of them
there we go. Hell yeah, China. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
were sent to prison, but 2 of them were sentenced to death. After getting
Okay.
millions in compensation,
Bruh. I've said this before. How fun would it be if like they were executed, but they had to die by like drinking their own shit, like drinking their own paid formula. That'd be so funny.
claims from victims, Sanlu declared bankruptcy and was fully dissolved. Nestle caused much more damage, but their alleged food company is still thriving. Nestle is a strong candidate for the most evil company ever, but this next company is evil for a very different reason. After 9/11, the United States launched the biggest mass surveillance program in history. It was called Total Information Awareness, and it was made to collect and monitor everyone's private data with the goal of finding terrorists before they could act. But after public protest, it was shut down in 2003, and the US narrowly avoided becoming a dystopian surveillance state. A few months later, 2 guys founded Palantir. One of those guys was PayPal billionaire Peter Thiel.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right?
The other guy was philosophy major Alex Karp.
I spent a lot of
Another
time
guy.
talking to Nazis, like real Nazis.
After getting funding from the CIA,
Wait, hold on. Go back, Papichulo.
the other guy was philosophy major Alex Karp.
I spent a lot of time talking to Nazis, like real Nazis.
After getting funding from the CIA,
Dead ass. Wait, how much is Palantir worth? Palantir net worth. Ooh. It's not good.
they would end up building Palantir into one of the most controversial companies ever.
Our product is used on occasion to kill people.
So, what does Palantir actually do?
Get that motherfucker like off the board, bro. He's not helping shit, bro.
Large companies, as well as countries, collect a lot of data on their customers. So much data that they can't make any sense of it. This is where Palantir comes in. They'll analyze all that data with AI and put it into one platform designed to help make actionable decisions. It's been used on everything, from helping allocate resources after disasters or during pandemics, to optimizing the Wendy's supply chain, to spying on employees at JP Morgan, to workplace deportations and predictive policing. But if you happen to have an all-powerful tool that will analyze an
To be fair, though. To be fair. Is that like their fault, or is that more like of the fault? Okay, here's the question: do they build like the AI models doing this shit, or like, do they like directly influence like bad shit?
amount of personal data
Because then you can blame more like the customer, like the America for doing that kind of shit.
you could also use it
To scare enemies and on occasion kill them. Put the fear of like death into our adversaries at any random moment. Why do we wait till our enemies attack?
They need to wake up scared and go to bed scared. Something really bad is going to happen to you and your friends and your cousins.
We'll go after your assets, we'll go after everything, we'll keep on going for generations.
Palantir's biggest market is war. In the US, they get paid billions of dollars to make the American warfighter fight the way they were born to fight.
Okay, that is their fault then. If they're like deep in the shit, like 10 toes down, that's fucked.
They handed over the kill chain, a software that handles everything from finding a target to destroying them. With Israel, Palantir helps power the military's war machine. Their work is very secretive, but we do know that they're pretty good pals.
Oh, that's fucked.
Technology from Palantir kills Palestinians!
Mostly terrorists, that's true.
Palantir is just
Nah, bro, come on,
a
bro.
tool. All it does is analyze other people's data.
Bro, no offense, that guy seems autistic as fuck, bro.
But the strength of this tool and how it can be used give it a concern.
Oh, hold on. Chat. People that watch. Google, Jarvis, analyze. I'm gonna say that's a Patek Philippe Nautilus. with an orange strap.
Level of influence.
Our primary mission is, in fact, to set a global standard for the world for behavior.
Palantir pretty much markets itself as evil, but another
That's
company...
bad. How many fucking companies we got on chat? Do you see like the bar at the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11. There's so many fucking companies, bro.
Is evil.
Just pick one evil company, bro.
Worse.
Bro, you already did the research. Fucking pick
In
one.
1899, two banana businessmen merged together to form the United Fruit Company. Their first
Oh, I know this one. Yeah, bro. Like they toppled governments just for bananas, bro.
course of action was conquering
I don't really care because I love bananas. As a joke. As a joke.
Central America. They bought up land, built entire towns, and took control of infrastructure in places like Guatemala, Honduras, and Colombia in order to exploit their populations for banana production. These pimped out countries became known as banana republics. Conditions for
Oh, is that what you... Bro. Isn't the name of a store? Like a clothes store?
workers obviously sucked. So in
Crazy.
1928,
Wait, chat, why the fuck would you, why would you, like, take over a country just for bananas when you could just, like, pick up, like, a banana seed and plant in America? Am I tripping? Am I dumb? Am I tripping?
they went on strike with a list of demands. United Fruit refused to negotiate and instead went over to their boy the United States and they were like, we're in trouble. Our workers are revolting. They want us to pay them in money instead of coupons and get a 6-day work week instead of 7. Dang. We'd love to help you, but we're a bit preoccupied with rich white people activities.
Yeah.
So if you'll excuse- Wait! They're communists.
Oh, that was a massacre? Which am I blocking? I think I am blocking that. That's fucked, bro. What?
After indirectly rampaging their own workers, the United Fruit Company did it again. But this time, they got the US to overthrow the Guatemalan government and replace the leader they didn't like with a dictator who assassinated a bunch of people. Then he got assassinated, and Guatemala went into a 36-year-long civil war that killed almost 200,000 people. Dang.
That's fucked.
We'd love to help.
Bro, all of that just fucking for fucking bananas, bro.
But we're a bit preoccupied with bananas. United Fruit would later rebrand to Chiquita Banana, leaning into
Oh, bro, I've ate this shit, bro. No, bro, I've had this shit like back in Spain. Oh, I feel bad now.
the friendlier theme to distract you from their country-destroying imperialism. Chiquita has generally stayed out of trouble, only doing small things here and there, like giving millions of dollars to paramilitary terrorist organizations. But banana companies aren't the only ones messing.
Bro, I love bananas, but like, there's no way that they're that good to like, cause a war. That's crazy, bro.
With entire countries. When
Oh,
Facebook
Facebook. That's Facebook. Okay. Clock. See, I clocked it. Facebook.
went public in 2020,
And I knew it was Facebook before I saw Mark Zuckerberg.
almost everyone with internet was already on their platform. They needed a new way to expand, and Zuck had the perfect idea.
Oh my god. Nike. No, so Adidas. I think Adidas. Oh. Mommy. Was that shaped armpits? I don't care, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck. No, bro. I wanna die before paying for fucking YouTube Premium, bro. Chat, I will say. Oh, base 44. I will say for the 1 month I had YouTube Premium, life was good. No fucking ads ever. That was so good.
He started Internet.org, which would bring internet to developing countries through Facebook products. His new customer acquisition conquest began in Zambia, then the Philippines, India, Colombia,
This bitch
Myanmar.
empty.
Wait, what? There's a problem in India. Like a serious problem. They're using Facebook to spread fake images claiming that Buddhists are massacring Muslims and it's leading to riots where people are dying. Oh no. Keep going. Expansion continued until Facebook had conquered 100 million new users. But this is where things started falling apart. See, Facebook's moderation technology didn't work properly with different languages, and their moderation teams were incredibly understaffed and clueless about local culture.
Do you remember hearing about that? Motherfucker, bro. Working like Facebook as like a moderation team sucked ass. I remember like once or like one person who worked there, and, like they would see you like go every single fucking day, like more than 10 times over, and they would have like they would have to like push past that shit like it was nothing, bro. That's the issue, bro. When you don't see stuff like gore or violence or like pedophilia because it's moderated, but somebody has to see that shit beforehand. Like there is nothing like stopping somebody from like posting like pedophilia up until the point that somebody has to see it, and that being a moderator. Bro, you couldn't pay him to do that job, bro. On the offense that like I see like a kid being abused or something like that, Like I wouldn't even like take the risk while doing that job.
This lack of oversight led to Facebook becoming a propaganda tool for dictators in places like the Philippines and Cambodia. The Sri Lankan government accused Facebook of failing to control posts that contributed to deadly riots. Same with Ethiopia.
Could you not just contract like freelance people to like people like from that country to like moderate that? People who know the culture and the political state.
And in Myanmar, Facebook played a determining role in a genocide, according to the UN. Facebook themselves admit they didn't do enough to protect their foreign colonies. But the bigger problem is that their entire platform rewards the most harmful misinformation. And leaked documents show Zuck rejecting potential fixes to this problem because they would reduce user engagement.
Facebook has realized if they change the algorithm to be safer, they'll make less money.
Facebook claims their goal is to bring the world closer together, but reckless expansion and an engagement at all costs approach has in many cases brought the world further apart. But to answer the question of the most evil
what the fuck? Is that Modelo? That's a fucking beer right there. That's Modelo.
company, there's an entire sector we need.
Okay, Chad. I can guess this. Hold on. I can guess this. It's red. I'm gonna say Chick-fil-A again.
Oil companies. Here's what they're up to. Shell ravaged the country of Nigeria by supporting violent militaries and introducing the population to flavored water. BP caused the biggest oil spill in US history when their rig exploded in the
Oh, that's the movie with Mark Wahlberg. I haven't seen a movie, yeah.
Gulf of Mexico. But the worst oil company ever spawned into existence in 1911 when Rockefeller's Standard Oil got split into 34 pieces. A few of those pieces merged together to form Exxon, which later merged into ExxonMobil. They're now the biggest US-based oil company, producing 3% of the world's petroleum, and they are everything wrong with the industry. They of course have sketchy relations to
ExxonMobil says that his old torture case. What? What? Bro, just make the fucking petrol, bro. What are you gonna do with all this shit?
Abuse, as well as their own historic oil spill, where they fought against paying out penalties for 14 years. But Exxon's greatest evil affects the entire planet. Because back in the 70s, they conducted internal research that found burning fossil fuels was influencing the global climate in ways that would be potentially catastrophic and irreversible. Having a product that's actively cooking the earth is a big problem. For the marketing department, Exxon proceeded to spend millions of dollars in support of climate change denial. They funded science-denying front groups and bought an advertisement in the New York Times.
Bro, like using from your point of view, like if you were like the CEO, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do something that evil. But like, bro, here's the issue. The normal person thinks like that. The normal person wouldn't want you to fuck up the world. But the normal person isn't a CEO. The average CEO is a fucking maniac, is a fucking like ruthless fucking savage who only wants to make money. So from their point of view, why give a shit about like the climate if you can make money?
Every week for 30 years to mislead people on the studies they themselves conducted. Exxon's early predictions of global warming ended up being more accurate than NASA's, but they weren't in the business of working towards a fix. Exxon's especially evil because they put the planet on the line, but so did another company.
But here's the issue, bro. Right now, at this point of history, like we've got to the point where like companies can be really fucking big. Like, bro, back in ancient history, who the fuck? Like, the only people who were big were fucking like empires, like actual real people. But now we're at the point where like companies who only want money and nothing else, they can be like richer than a country. Wait, bro, I think BlackRock might be in this. Not because I think they're evil, but because I feel like they're really rich.
Something wrong with this cow. And they keep trying to tell me there's nothing wrong with these things.
Oh, this is a fucking Blackwater movie.
In 1998, a farmer in West Virginia.
It's a movie where like no, I remember. Okay, I'm gonna clock it. It was where like a company made like Teflon frying pan. No, they made non-stick frying pans, but like the material they used to make it non-stick seeps into the water and it fucking killed everybody.
Noticed his animals dying from disturbing symptoms. This farmer happened to live near a landfill for the chemical company DuPont. He hired a lawyer who took legal action against the company, demanding internal documents. They sent back 110,000 pages, just to be annoying. But the lawyer read through all of it, and what he found was more disturbing than what anyone could have imagined. In 1938, a DuPont chemist accidentally discovered an impossibly slippery substance. They called it Teflon, and they sold it to the world as a miracle non-stick coating. Soon, it was in nearly every kitchen in America. In order to
Chat, if I were you, don't buy Teflon, because from what I've heard, like it seeps into the food that you eat. Therefore, it's not healthy.
To create Teflon, DuPont used another chemical called PFOA. This stuff doesn't naturally break down. It's pretty much indestructible. It's a forever chemical. DuPont was slightly concerned about this, so they began conducting internal studies. What they found was that PFOA would kill animals in a single dose, was linked to birth defects and cancer in humans, and was highly toxic. When these results were
It's that evil.
Shown to the execs, they were like, "Dear God, we can't have our chemicals killing people. I know it's terrible. We need to." I didn't finish my sentence. We can't have our chemicals killing people, getting in the way of our business. What?
Oh, fucking PlayStation. Helldivers. Oh my god. Bro, I'm not buying a Cinco, bro. Oh my god. Fuck this. Oh, Chad, that reminds me. As we get closer to GTA 6, I think I might buy a PS5 so I can play it on the channel. Because why not? Because from what I've seen, I think they delay the PC release by 1 year.
Studies publicly.
So let's go back.
We can't have our chemicals killing people, getting in the way of our business. What? Don't release any of these studies publicly and don't tell the regulators. We're making $1 billion a year in profit from this. It's too risky for us to stop. Plus, I think we'll be fine. I mean, it's not like we're dumping this stuff into the environment. DuPont was dumping so much of this stuff into the environment that they had lost track of how much they had dumped. They were doing all of this despite being clearly warned not to. And it was this dumping that killed the livestock in West Virginia, which resulted in the lawsuit that exposed everything. DuPont had to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in settlements, and they began phasing out these chemicals.
Wait, go back, hold on.
Exposed
go
everything.
back.
DuPont had to.
Do you know many financial But was it they're making $1 million a year? This is like nothing. This is like nothing at all.
Pay hundreds of millions of dollars in settlements, and they began phasing out these chemicals, but it was too late. 99% of people on Earth now have forever chemicals, or PFAS, in their blood, thanks to DuPont and a few of their business.
I don't. I'm good.
And other complications. Most people have levels that are of lower concern, but millions have amounts that put them at a higher risk of cancer and other complications. Forever chemicals are decreasing in use, but they remain a problem. And because so many regulators have ties to chemical companies like DuPont, they might be sticking around. But this next company also messes with our health in a
Who's out on? I don't know.
more evil way.
Israel. It's Israel. It's Israel.
Okay. Imagine there's a button. Every time you click it, you make $10,000, but a random person dies. What would you do? A normal person
I'd be pressing the shit out of that, bro. You kidding me?
would get hesitant. A health insurance company would get an auto clicker.
Oh.
See, for United Healthcare, this isn't a random.
Oh, hold on, papi. I remember this shit. That's the Luigi Mangione stuff.
It's a denial button, and it's not hurting random people. It's hurting people who've been paying United thousands of dollars a year for insurance, under the promise that when they get sick, United will cover their expensive medical care. This auto clicker also exists in real life. It's called NH Predict. It's an AI tool that automatically rejects people's requests for medical treatment with an alleged 90% error rate. Armed with this tool, United is infamous for its denials. The most cited number.
Nah, bro, I would be. Oh my god, that's bad. Yeah, bro. If I was, bro, here's the issue, bro. Like, how do they make so much money? But like, it's easily known. Like, it's publicly known that they just deny your shit. I think they'll have like a spike in profit in 1 year, but they will plummet later. Like they abuse like the money too much.
Is that they deny 33% of treatment requests, but this was based on pretty incomplete data. United doesn't release their actual numbers, and they tell employees not to answer questions about their decision making, so we don't have much information. But we do know that 1 in 3 doctors have seen insurance delays lead to a serious adverse event, anything from hospitalization to death, with many doctors complaining specifically about United.
You have a life-threatening condition, you have insurance, it should be covered, period. Yep. And they are fighting it with technicalities. This is United Healthcare.
Apart from denying to do.
Bro, that's what the issue. When I was talking about like when I was talking about like how like I would hate to be like a moderator person for Facebook, I extend that to also being this. Like, bro, I could never like work in like a health insurance company, because then like the one day we'll have to like tell someone like, no, we're not paying you shit. Bro, that like break my heart, bro. That'd be painful.
The one thing they promised to do. United also gives secret.
Like, bro, no offense, but I feel like if you work in that, and you can like get day by day easily with like no emotional impact of telling people like, no, you're gonna die. Like you're a psycho, bro. Like, goddamn.
Bonuses to try and keep patients out of.
Like, people are begging you to pay this shit, and you're like, I don't care. No, we're not doing it.
Hospitals, because each hospital visit costs them money. United claims this prevents unnecessary care, while whistleblowers say it puts elderly patients in danger. But United is much more than an insurance company. See, ever since 2011, insurers have been required by law to spend 85% of the money they collect from customers on their actual medical care. So United does actually pay out a majority of their revenue on treatment requests. But they're okay with this, because in many cases, they own the hospitals that get the money. United is affiliated with 10% of all the doctors in the US, and their pharmacy company controls 20% of the market. So United collects insurance money, then pays it to their own medical care providers at inflated rates. But even more insane is that United also owns a company that supplies medical loans to doctors and patients. So if United denies to pay your medical bill and you have to go into debt to afford your treatment, they make money off that too.
No, bro, okay. Chat, that's like morally bankrupt to the nth degree, but that's like a really good money generator. That's insane.
The healthcare
bro.
system in the United States has a lot of problems, and the United Health Group makes money off all of them. But while United plays a part in a troubling industry, other companies create industries that harm even more people.
This is a man who smokes
Oh, Marlboro. Oh. No, okay, bro. Here's my issue. I think a healthcare company like that one is way more evil. Cause bro, motherfucker, like people forge them because they have to rely on them. Like if you get sick, you need health insurance. You know, and people prey on you. People like rely on you heavily. With Marlboro, you're kind of like an idiot for smoking. Like that's purely on you. I'm sorry.
What kind of a man is he?
In 1954, tobacco...
And I know like back then, you know, people like really believe like it was healthy to smoke. But even then, I'm sorry. I would have been the black sheep. I was like, there's no way it's healthy to like smoke.
Conglomerate Philip Morris created the Marlboro...
Like there's no way it's healthy to like fill my lungs with fucking black tar smoke. I just don't believe that.
The most influential marketing campaign in history. Rather than advertising through information, Marlboro advertised through lifestyle. The Marlboro man was masculine, rugged, and free, unconcerned with non-manly things, like getting cancer. See, in the earlier 1950s, studies began linking smoking to lung cancer, and sensing danger, all the top tobacco CEOs met up at a hotel. They knew they needed to work together, but they also knew advertising alone wouldn't save them, and neither would attacking the anti-smoking research. What they needed to do was take control of the science. In a full-page advertisement ran in over 400 newspapers, the Tobacco Bros gave a frank statement to cigarette smokers, where they cast doubt on their current research and announced their very own Tobacco Industry Research Committee, which would be run by scientists of unimpeachable integrity that they hand-selected. The totally unbiased committee worked tirelessly to defend tobacco.
More doctors smoke Camels.
You'll feel better when you change to
Philip Morris launched light and low-tar cigarettes to give smokers a safer alternative to quitting. But these products were just as bad, and Philip Morris knew this. They even tweaked the product to make it hit harder by freebasing it, a chemical process you may recognize from things such as crack. They also tried their best to quietly target the youth, saying today's teenager is tomorrow's potential regular customer. But despite their PR efforts, Big Tobacco was getting cooked, and in 1994, Congress called them in for questioning, in what would become one of the most infamous moments in corporate history.
Let me ask you first, and I'd like to just go down the row, yes or no. Do you believe nicotine is not addictive?
Oh my god, bro, these I'm actually gonna like fucking like, blow my head up, bro. Oh my god, bro, I'm not smoking enough cigarettes to actually like kill myself. Ooh.
I believe nicotine is not addictive, yes.
I don't believe that nicotine or our products are addictive.
I believe nicotine is not addictive.
I believe that nicotine is not addictive.
I believe that nicotine is not addictive. And I do believe that nicotine is not addictive.
But did you notice how they all said believe? This was a legal trick.
Oh, clever. That's clever because then they can be like, oh, I believed. I didn't think objectively, but I believed. That's clever, bro.
To avoid being punished for lying under oath. And it did work. None of these guys went to jail, but after 2 years of backlash, all of them had lost their jobs. In 2006, a court ruled that...
Bro, what's the matter, bro? Like, yeah, they lost their jobs, but like, the fucking pension they have from those jobs has to be insane, bro.
Big Tobacco had lied, misrepresented, and deceived the American public in every way physically possible with little, if any, regard for individual illness and suffering. As punishment, they had to put corrective statements on their packaging. Tobacco still kills over 7 million people a year. That's over 19,000 a day. Philip Morris's Marlboro Man changed the world, but 5 of them are now dead from smoking-related illness. Based off...
Bro! Even the guy himself with like the no, that's crazy, bro.
Body count alone, Philip Morris may be the most evil company.
No, stop. No, bro. Take that shit out. I think United Healthcare is like way worse. Like, there's something way more fucked of like setting up like an idea that you'll help people and then like fuck them over the last second, like when they really need you. I think that is like they're evil. They're probably second to Nestle. That's the issue.
Ever. But what if evil was about more than just fatalities?
This might be BlackRock.
A lot of people accuse the $13 trillion asset management company BlackRock.
How much?
About more than just fatalities. A lot of people accuse the $13 trillion asset management company BlackRock.
Sorry, no, hold on. I'm being dumb. So hold on.
Fatalities. A lot of people accuse the $13 trillion.
13? That's crazy, bro.
Asset management company BlackRock.
Bro, not even fucking Europe is worth 13 trillion.
BlackRock of buying up the single-family housing supply, pricing out normal people from ever owning a home. But they're only directly involved in other forms of real estate. there's a different company that's really buying the house you want. And it's actually the company that created BlackRock, Blackstone. They named it like that just...
Oh my god, bro. Who makes these names?
...to be annoying. Blackstone is the biggest landlord in the United States, using their infinite money supply from rich investors to swoop up housing specifically after market crashes. To Blackstone, the housing shortage is great news because it gives them pricing power, allowing their rents to grow much faster than inflation and sometimes at double their market rate. Blackstone also formed a company called Invitation Homes that now holds the largest number of single-family rentals in the US. In 2024, they had to refund $48 million for scamming their renters with junk fees and misleading them about eviction policies after the CEO had instructed staff to juice this hog. There are plenty of other turbo landlords outbidding normal people for homes, and plenty of other tactics they use to milk their tenants, like monopolistic AI-powered rent pricing services and ignoring repairs. But according to these companies, they're actually the good guys.
If we think the American dream is embodied in a suburban home with a yard and a white picket fence, then I think we're making the American dream much more accessible.
Rent your American dream.
You can rent the American dream.
But to be fair, of the $2 trillion of US homes sold in 2024, corporate overlords only bought 0.3%. Their purchases are concentrated in certain neighborhoods, so if you're in the Sun Belt or living in a mobile home, you might feel their wrath, but companies like Blackstone didn't create the cost of living crisis. They just found a way to profit off it. But this next company is evil in every possible way. In 1996, Purdue Pharma launched a painkiller called...
I have no... Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Like, he took like all my picks with Nestle and Marlboro. I have no, like, who's next, like, for real?
OxyContin. During the release party, Purdue owner and cartoon villain Richard Sackler said the new drug would bring a blizzard of prescriptions that will bury the competition, and he wasn't lying. Purdue launched a massive Oxy marketing campaign.
Also, I gotta piss so, I'm sorry, Jack, no offense, I gotta piss so bad.
An army of sales reps incentivized
I'm gonna fucking, like, piss out Niagara Falls in a second.
With large bonuses. They went over to doctors and falsely claimed that Oxy's addiction risk was less than 1%, and that normal signs of patients being addicted, like asking for higher doses and early refills, didn't mean they were addicted. It meant they were pseudo-addicted, and the solution was a higher dose. Purdue held conferences and flew out thousands of doctors to tell them how awesome OxyContin was, and the drug started bringing in billions. But there was one small problem. In 2001, a prosecutor gave a conservative estimate that Oxy had killed 59 people in his half of the state. Richard Sackler responded to this in a private email, saying, "This is not too bad. It could have been far worse." It got far worse. More and more people began getting addicted.
No, okay, now that I think about it, I remember hearing from somebody from a podcast, like, how OxyContin is. Like, it's like, I'm not condoning it, but like, it's like a really good drug. Like, from what I've heard, like, it makes you feel like actually in heaven. Like, actually, like, you know, cover, like, it makes you feel warm and cozy. Like, to, like, an insane degree, from what I've heard.
And Oxy overdoses were kind of becoming a serious issue. On top of that, in 2007, Purdue was forced to pay a $600 million fine for false advertising. Richard Sackler's PR strategy of hammering on the abusers in every way possible didn't seem to be working, because by the 2010s, all of this negative publicity was hurting the Oxy market. But Purdue had one genius plan to recapture lost sales.
Oh my god, dude. I'm so sick of this shit, bro. No, fuck you. Fuck that dog. Actually, no. Cute dog. Nice dog. Skip. I don't care, bro. I don't care. No. Not me, you. I don't care, bro. Leave me alone.
Describe it.
Fuck up, bro.
They hired McKinsey. McKinsey is a management consulting company. They get paid an insane amount of money to tell businesses what to do. When Walmart hired them in the early 2000s, they told the company to cut costs by dropping employee benefits. When they worked with Allstate Insurance, they invented the legendary deny button. So needless to say, McKinsey and Purdue Pharma were the perfect match. McKinsey cooked up what they call the OxyContin...
Did they really make that much money? By just like fucking like magic shit?
Sales engine turbocharge plan. It involved advertising how Oxy reduces stress while countering the emotional messages from mothers with teenagers that overdosed. McKinsey also suggested giving refunds to pharmacies for every customer who got addicted. But even Purdue was like, bro, come on, that's too far. There's no way you just said that. With McKinsey's help, Purdue went on a generational marketing run, and opioids were printing them money. But by 2019, they were facing some lawsuits. 1,000 lawsuits. This is not too bad. It could have been far worse. $2 trillion of lawsuits. Purdue declared bankruptcy.
That's literally the fucking GDP of Germany.
And in 2020, they were found guilty for conspiracy to defraud the United States and offering illegal kickbacks to doctors. They reached a $7.4 billion settlement, with $6.5 to be paid by Richard Sackler's family. Luckily, they've stashed away a lot more than that, so they'll be fine. The supplier of the raw ingredients for the opioids was actually a name you might recognize. Johnson & Johnson, the company known for bangers like putting asbestos in...
Johnson & Johnson? Did they make the baby oil. Oh my god.
Baby powder, aggressively selling cancer-worsening drugs, and making the Wish.com version of the COVID vaccine. They had to pay $5 billion. A few other opioid pushers added another 21, and McKinsey paid $650 million. No one from these companies went to jail, except for one guy at McKinsey for obstructing justice. Not only did these companies' schemes cost hundreds of thousands of lives, but they also permanently damaged trust in the entire industry. If you wonder why people are skeptical of medicine and pharma, this is why.
That's crazy.
Purdue is the most evil company of the modern age, but to find the most evil company ever, we need
who's this gonna be actually?
to go back in time. Spices are something you take for granted.
I just saw right now. The Dutch and British eat. Is that fair? Like when I think of companies, I mean I think of like modern day companies, not fucking like 1600s, bro.
But back in the 1600s, they were the ultimate status symbol. Displaying your spices was like displaying gold bars, but their supply mostly came from a handful of islands in Indonesia, and the Dutch wanted in on this. So they went to their top merchants and said, here's how we're getting those spices. All you guys will merge together to form one massive company. We'll call it the Dutch East India Company. And for funding, we'll get a bunch of investors to pull together money for you. In exchange, they'll get a piece of your bounty, your supply, your stock. Yes, we'll call it stock. They'll own stock in your company. Alright, now that we invented capitalism, go conquer Indonesia. Sure. Oh wait, one more thing. You want to use the army? In 1621, the Dutch East India Company massacred 90% of the Bandanese population. Then they enslaved all the survivors, which was only like 1,000 people, so they imported more slaves from all around the world to run their spice monopoly. They went on to conquer the majority of Indonesia, take Sri Lanka for cinnamon, and run up a colony in South Africa, all while destroying entire villages.
Bro, that's insane. That just fucking like the Dutch did that. Like a country. Wait, how many people live in like in Netherlands? Hold on, give me a second. It's not that much. Netherlands population. No offense to my Dutch fans. I don't mind that. I think it's actually a really good country. Really, 20 million. Bro, no offense. I was gonna say like way less. I think like 2 million. It seems like a really small country.
And burning down rival.
Yeah, but isn't it like a country so small had like a huge empire back in the day? That's mad.
Crops to keep their market dominance. These brutal conquests gave the Dutch all the spices they ever wanted, but the British wanted in on this too. So they started the British East India Company and conquered India with an army bigger than Britain's actual army. Then they started selling opium to China, which led to mass addiction. China was like, stop. The British East India Company was like... Back in India, after facing 100 years of land seizures, economic destruction, and racism, the locals revolted. The British East India Company destroyed this rebellion with mass executions and village burnings. But their atrocities were becoming a bit too mainstream, so Britain dissolved the company in 1874 and took control of India itself. The East India Companies were uniquely evil. Other companies used slave labor, but the East Indias ran their entire empire on it. Some companies invade countries, but the East Indias destroyed countries. Modern corporations run aggressive pharmaceutical sales tactics, but the East Indias did it first. But all of these companies have one thing in common.
Yeah.
They were driven by the exact same pursuit. It's the pursuit that's done
money isn't everything. It's the only thing.
Incredible things for humanity, but go too far, and humanity pays the price. The two most evil companies ever are long gone now, but the endless pursuit of profit is very much alive.
That's so true, bro. God damn. Jack, remember, please remember, money isn't everything. I want to say, money isn't everything, okay? There's more to life. There's more to life, so, you know, don't fucking like use child labor to do your shit. Just be normal, bro. Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. What do you have messages right now? It's crazy, bro.
Just because you won doesn't mean you get to slap my hat.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
This is the line.
That's so nasty, bro. Bro, I feel bad for him because, like, you know he was done to eat that, but he didn't have a spoon.
Yo, what are you
Yo, bro, what are you doing, bro? It's fucked up.
It's called motion. Some of y'all simply would never be able to fathom getting this many stacks, man.
Oh. That's so funny, bro. Oh, bro. Bro, this shit blew my mind. Oh, that looks too good. That looks so fucking delicious. I'm so hungry right now, bro. Oh, you done it already? Oh my god, bro. Fuck, bro.
I want to open. Mom, it has been a long day. What is
Mom.
I'm trying something new. I think you're gonna love it.
What are you making, Mom?
Mom, what's it called?
What is bro? How rich are you, bro? Where are you fucking living?
Okay, what is for dinner?
Bro, is he living in the hills? He's got a full fucking like view of the outside, like fucking like a nice like landscape view. Man, bro, you're fucking rich, bro. Shut the fuck up. Dude, two Jinxie clips in a row. Ah, bro, I'm full of Jinxie, bro.
Where? The boss, the American boss, me go to there.
American?
You're in America. No. Me.
No, no, mijo. No. Nothing to lose. Fly away, fly away. Far away, far away. Bro, Chibio, if I was a bus driver, I'd be driving this way because you look fucking like a maniac, bro. Honestly. Go back. Bro, that's a hot beat, bro. I love it. No, bro.
I love it.
I don't love it. I don't love it anymore. No.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all.
I don't know what happened at the end.
Bernard, I'm gonna end you. I'm going to end
Girl,
like
best clip of the.
It was a joke. I like free girls, but I can't afford free bouquets, so I'll buy one and give them churros. Huh? Oh, a bouquet is okay.
Join
okay.
the travel spending
Clever.
club.
Alright, so all you gotta save, Marlon, is.
What a fucking play, also. What the fuck? You like free girls? It's fucking like paycor, muchacho. What the fuck? Ain't no way you wanna fuck all of them, bro. Come on. Look down. Is that Venom? Whoa. Plug. Huh? Oh, you got a fancy fire alarm.
Heads up, there's smoke in the kitchen.
Heads up. Shut the fuck heads up. Oh, wait, bro, stop. That would be so ass. Imagine if like it's a low on batteries over there, you're like, beep. It's like, hey man, I'm low on batteries. Please recharge me. Hey man, whenever you can, get some new batteries. Hey man, whenever you can I get some new batteries, please? I'd fucking shoot myself, bro. Like, I hate the like fire alarm beep, but like I prefer that over like some fucking bitch like talking to me, bro. But like in my ear and
Guess the
stuff.
celebrity by their hair.
Oh, Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Nicki Minaj.
Bands they took from us. Joy Road, bitch, with the money log is 6 mile, brick mile. Knock your bitch down, pick her up, knock her back down, pull her tracks out. Yes, I slapped the.
And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z
song was on. Hands up, the dangerous song. I just be okay. Yeah, it's a party in the USA. Bro, I like the Weird Al version was like party CIA. Yeah, it's a party CIA. Fucking love that song. What the fuck? He's fat as fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a party in the USA. That Vine, dude, that's a Vine. Oh my god, bro, how old am I now? Like I'm like laughing and liking old Vines. Oh my god, bro.
Timwood Mills, look it up. I better get in my fucking spaceship then, Anna. Now with you. Oh
hard for you.
Is this the news?
Yes, in Boston.
I don't want to be on the news.
Okay, we didn't get a shot of you.
Yeah.
Only people at the Patriots.
No, I don't want to be in the news. Is it Lil Uzi? It's not Lil Uzi.
Salut, c'est
I hate that trend.
Hello?
Hello? Fuck up.
And then you got the F students. The F students are inventors. They're so fucking creative that they couldn't sit in class. And then you got
That's why I'm throwing shade like it's
Is that Rokai? Bro, that's Rokai.
You heard of the new restaurant? It's called
Pretty fast, man.
This is the line. Hold on tight. And this is a dream. It's all I need.
Yeah, come on, she's doing my own business. Not bad.
You are sentenced to 9 months in county jail.
9 months.
Is that real?
This wins out. Everybody. I don't like this family. It's so fucking stupid.
Whoa, that's it. I don't want to do it to a kid, but I'm gonna have to do it now. Get out of the bell. Get out of the bell. Beat his ass. Oh, fuck, God. Beat his ass, bro. Bro, any sort of mind swearing in the household? Not longer, bro. Bro, I'd make his ass red. Whoa, QK. YouTube, not real. AI, not real. No, but here's the issue. Bro, looking back on that, I kind of feel bad for my mom. Like, bro, how no would you be if you saw your friend, your best friend from high school, and they're like, man, can we go now? Man, can we go now? Man, can we go now? I'd be so annoyed. Jay, if you have a mom, like, just give her some respect, give her some patience, bro. Be respectful, bro. Bro, your mom is your own human being, bro. Give her some love. Chat, I want all y'all, like, after watching this video, I want all you to, like, send your mom, like, I love you message on WhatsApp or wherever. Just tonight, out of all days, be nice to your mom. Please, chat.
¿Te gusta ver vídeos divertidos de Azul?